It seems to me the biggest problem, well, let me just rephrase that. A big problem in this business is installation.
Yes, sir.
And I think that every trade, I don't care what it is, including floor covering installation, is having a problem at this point with just enough people. I think very many people left the business during the recession and probably did not return. Many of the installers that are left are getting older. Many of the people don't have the skills maybe that they might have. Big problem. Give us your take on that.
Okay. Yes, it is an issue. I compare it to work skills and technical skills that are available virtually for any work area that you would address today. Yes, we're talking specifically about carpet installation, but one of the hats I wear and the industry allows me to do this. I serve as the chairman of the State Board of Georgia for the Technical College System of Georgia. So one of the things that we do in that system is 24 colleges around the state, and that's all about workforce development and economic development and providing access to skills that are needed for welders, electricians, electronics folks, and what have you. I give you that parallel only to say that, yes, there are issues relative to the workplace skills for carpet installation. Two things. One, we have to look for avenues under which we can either A, deliver the skills to provide that workplace skill of being able to effectively and appropriately install carpet. We have to consider, do we do certification programs that if someone goes through a welding program at our technical college system, they receive a certificate or a diploma or something that demonstrates their proficiency to have had that skill development. Do we do something similar and more demonstrably with the installation trade? I know there have been numerous activities in that area. Perhaps, it's time that we escalate that, expand that, and do more of it. How we deliver it, how we get the skills either delivered and when they are delivered, recognized. That's something that is part of our strategic planning as we think about how those skills should be certified and or recognized in the industry. The other thing is we do have this aging population, and replacing those skill sets is certainly a problem with installation, but it's, as I've said, it's a problem with many other skill sets that affect our industry and virtually every other manufacturing process in the country. So I think we are taking at least a right approach as we pursue the first question: how do we ensure that the skills are being delivered to those who desire to pursue those skills? How do we encourage them that it's a profession that can provide a good livelihood and ultimately provide a service that the country needs? And then number three, how do we provide the confidence with the consumer that individual has those skills and will do the kind of job installing properly? So another part of that is, how do you ensure you're installing properly? And as you are aware, in the past, CRI developed standards for installation of residential and commercial carpet. We call those standards CRI 104 and 105. We revised those back several years ago and combined them actually into one standard and called it CRI 2011. Currently, our members have been working diligently to review, refresh, and update our standards CRI 104 and 105. And there is more to come in that area as well. We've expended a lot of resource time, energy, and effort in ensuring that CRI can deliver an installation standard recommendation 104 and 105 in the modern changes that have occurred since the initial development and the replacement back in 11, to make sure that the kind of standard reference is available, and that's one of the things that CRI is supposed to be, is the source, the resource for standards and things that enhance the consumer's experience with good installation and products being installed relative to a standard that's appropriate for the type of material, the type of floor, the type of installation. And so we believe that we're on the right track to provide that.
Mm-hmm. So the new standard, the changes to the new standard, those are still yet to come, and we'll see those
very shortly.
Okay. Now, one thing also I wanted to ask you about in terms of standards, the CRI was involved, I guess, at the onset with the S600 carpet installation standard, and somewhere down the line you discontinued your involvement with that. Talk about that.
Well, it's a bit of a disappointment that the effort that spent quite a bit of dollars, quite a bit of member and CRI staff resource time to work on that, and the reality in our view is that it became, that particular effort became something much broader and much different than an installation standard. It addressed, in our view, too many things that were business related and too many things that were not going to enhance or improve and ensure a good installation of product under certain conditions. Simply said, when we couldn't agree amongst the participants in that development program, we felt it was in the best interest of CRI, the CRI membership, the industry, to walk away from the continued development of that particular standard. And we believe the better course of action is to have done just what we're doing, refreshing 104 and 105. And there, like I say, there will be more to come very shortly, but we believe that was what the focus should have been, and because it became something different than that, then we have undertaken to make sure that we provide the resource and the access to the resource that does address what the focus should be.
If S600 does become a standard, would that be a problem, having basically two standards?
I don't think it's any problem because the industry will not support S600. The manufacturers.
I got you. Okay. When might we see the new revision to the standards? Is that 6 months?
It's imminent. No. It's a matter of weeks, not months.
Okay. Good enough. You mentioned the meeting coming up. We're going to be back here knocking on your door in a relatively short time. Just to wind up, other things on your dance card that you're thinking about?
Well, you know, it's been just over a year, Dave, since I took on this role, and I knew I would enjoy being in this position to work with the broader industry and what for many decades were competitors of the company that I worked for. It's been such an enjoyable experience to have the relationships expanded and broadened that I was enjoying to some degree as a competitor. But now that that I can work with all members on a relatively equal basis, the enjoyment and the rewards that have come from that, for me personally, have just been great. And I've always had great respect for the leadership and the folks who have been in charge of making these economic machines work. Mm-hmm. My appreciation for all of them has only grown in this year that I've been in this role. I'm so proud to have spent almost 5 decades now in an industry that we in the North Georgia area particularly, but across the country, from California to the Gulf Coast and all across, that have members located. What a great industry we have. What a great group of individuals that we have to work with. Yes, they're competitors, but when it comes to doing the right thing for this industry, both the legacy of the past and the folks who are in charge today, if it means doing good things and right things for the industry to help that consumer have a better experience with their products, what an industry to be working for. It's just been a great experience, and so I'd just like to take this opportunity to say thank you to all of our members and and for the great support that they give to CRI and the way that they engage and have their resources as employees within their companies participate in the activities of CRI.
Very good.
So we're in a great place.
It's so interesting for you to be able to wear another hat after being involved, knowing many of the people, but just now having different relationships with them. What an interesting situation.
Well, it has been very good for me personally, and I'd like to think that 45 years of experience equips me to perhaps be able to deal with some of these issues that we have in a way because of that experience that is also bringing value to our members as well.
Good place to leave it. I'll be looking for a conversation on down the road here shortly. Thanks so much for spending some time with us, Joe.
Dave, thank you very much for the opportunity, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Looking forward to it. We've been talking with Joe Yarbrough. He is president of the CRI, the Carpet and Rug Institute, and this is Top Floor TV.